Welcome to Crafting with Rec. My name is Miss Ashley, and this is my co-host today, Miss Layla. And today we are going to be doing a special Halloween edition where we will show you how to make this awesome Gumball machine costume. This costume can be edited for anything for infants to toddlers to youth to even adults. The materials that you're going to need today can be found in any local craft store and most dollar stores, or even you might have these items at home. So the items that we're going to need today include pom-poms, some light gray yarn, or even another large pom-pom, black pony beads, a red beanie, a small piece of cardboard or even canvas board, jewelry cord, or you can even use yarn again for this, black paint or a black paint marker, some small pieces of white and black felt, scissors, hot glue sticks, a hot glue gun, a white t-shirt, and some parchment paper. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to make the body of our costume, and we're going to make our Gumball machine first. So the first thing you're going to need is your white t-shirt, your hot glue gun, your glue sticks, and your pom-poms. So you want to make sure you're working on a large flat surface. Layla, if you want to have a seat. You want to work on a flat, sturdy surface, so you can do this at a kitchen table, at your desk, or if you're like me and you have a crafting surface, you want to just make sure that it's someplace that you're okay with possibly having your glue get on the table, or someplace that isn't going to be in the way of other things going on. Additionally, we're going to be using a hot glue gun. So this is something that you want to either make sure that you're using with an adult or with an adult in the room. That's because anything on this glue gun that is past where this green part is very, very hot, especially when it comes out of the front. You don't want to get your fingers in it, and you don't want to accidentally get it on your skin. It will burn. I've done it to myself. It happens on accident all the time, and it doesn't feel great. So we're gonna plug this in and let it warm up while we get our t-shirt ready and we get our pom-poms out, and we will be right back and we'll get started.
Hi, I'm Peter, and there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends.
Come on in! Help yourself to anything.
That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ache than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
The need for blood is constant, and sometimes that need becomes critical. From accident victims and cancer patients to premature babies and those with blood disorders, hospital patients rely on all of us to make sure that blood is on the shelves and ready to help. That's why the American Red Cross needs you. Make an appointment to give blood today by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org. Your one blood donation can help save up to 3 lives.
Welcome back. Now that we have our hot glue gun warmed up and our pom-poms ready, we are ready to get started. What I do have here is a marker. This is one good thing to have kind of nearby. Even a pen will work. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of mark out where we want to start the top of our bubblegum machine. So we're going to start at right at the bottom of the armpits, We're gonna do kind of just a basic half circle from one side to the other. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're just gonna cover it with some pom-poms. And we're just gonna kind of sketch that line right across and just do a little nice half circle. And that's gonna be the top, kind of where you fill up your gumball machine too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the glue on and I'm gonna let Layla put the pom-poms on. And we want them nice and next to each other. So I'm gonna start right on that line where we put our Sharpie mark. I'm gonna do a nice line of glue, and then we're just gonna start gluing pom-poms on. We're gonna do that all the way down the bottom of the shirt till we have about 2 or 3 inches left. Another thing I like to do, especially when I'm using hot glue on a shirt like this, is I like to use my parchment paper. I will use a piece of parchment paper, wax paper, even regular printer paper, and I will put that right between the 2 sides of my shirt so I don't accidentally let glue seep through and glue my 2 sides of my shirt together. That way you know that you're gonna actually be able to put your shirt back on. We are gonna keep filling this up. So if you are interested in doing projects like this or any kind of art in general, we are located at Cadell Fine Arts. We offer programs for families, for youth, for adults, Monday through Friday. And we also even have a homeschool program, and that's offered on Thursdays at noon. And if you're interested in any of those programs, please feel free to give us a call at 216-664-4183. Now that we've finished putting our last gumballs on our shirt, now we're gonna move on to putting our belt onto our shirt. So we left our last couple inches of our shirt nice and blank, so we can put the belt, which kind of looks like the bottom or the middle portion of our gumball machine, where you would actually get your gumball out. So what we did was we have some black felt here, and all we did was we cut a nice rectangle out. What is that, about 3 inches by 12 inches? About. So we have 2 pieces, and you just want to make sure that it fits nicely across the bottom of our shirt. It doesn't have to go all the way across, but you want to make sure it goes mostly across. So we're going to have a little bit of a gap here, but that's okay because we also are going to use some white felt. We're going to cut that a little bit smaller. So we're going to cut this about in half. We're going to cut this piece in half. It doesn't have to be super precise. And we're going to layer those. I'm going to put it off to the side, give it a little more pizzazz. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue all those pieces on. So, ran out of glue. So, glue stick goes in the back. Do a couple lines of glue. The great thing about using hot glue is if you have a party or an event, something that you need to go to right away, hot glue is always a good choice because it dries nice and fast. If you don't want to use hot glue, you don't have hot glue, or you don't have your parents' permission to use hot glue, you can always use something like tacky glue or fabric glue. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dry. All right, so now that I have my 2 black pieces on, I'm going to go ahead and use that white piece that I glued on, or cut out. I'm going to glue that on. And then to finish up our belt, so I'm going to kind of tuck those underneath my last row of pom-poms. And then to finish up our belt, you can leave it like that, but I find it fun to cut out of some extra black felt a little kind of keyhole. And this is where in a regular gumball machine, your gumball would fall out of. So we're gonna just glue that right on top of the white part. So now you could wear this with some red pants or a red skirt and you are good to go. But we're gonna accessorize a little bit today. We're gonna add some accessories to our outfit. But if you, like I said, if you're running out of time and you didn't have, or if you don't have any of these other materials, you are good to go just like this as a gumball machine. I think that this is pretty self-explanatory. I think you could walk into a party and anybody would know that you were a gumball. But we're gonna create this awesome hat that Miss Layla is wearing with a giant puffball on top. And then also this retro 90s 25-cent piece. 25-cent piece necklace she's wearing as well. So we're gonna get started with the necklace just because it's going to take a little bit of time to dry. So you're going to need a piece of cardboard or canvas board, which I have right here. You're going to need some, I'm going to have to go to my craft shelf real quick. You're going to need some silver paint, a paintbrush, some black paint or paint marker, jewelry cord or yarn, and some black beads. And then I'm also going to use my hot glue gun again for it, just because nice and quick. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take that silver paint and you're going to paint the entire board silver. So, since we're painting the entire board silver, I'm just going to go ahead and pour the silver paint right on the board. So now that we've painted our canvas board in gray and silver paint, we're going to set that off to the side and dry. And then we're going to move on to making our giant puffball for our hat. And what you're going to need for that is you're going to need the yarn. You want to hand me that? And a smaller piece of cardboard. And all you need to do to make a pom-pom is take yarn and wrap it around cardboard a ton of times. You do this and you just wrap it and you keep wrapping it. You want to try? Yeah, here. So I'll try to pull the yarn. All right, so while Layla's doing that and our canvas board is dry, I'm going to go ahead and work on our necklace. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 25 cents on here because that's how much a gumball costs. And the cool thing about paint markers is they dry super fast, so we don't really have to wait too long for the paint to dry once you color it in. All right, so once you have that drawn in and colored in, you're going to go ahead and find your jewelry cord or yarn and figure out about how long you want your necklace to be. So it doesn't need to be super long, but you want to make sure you can at least get it over your head. So once you find your length, you're just going to cut it. And the easiest way to make sure that your beads aren't going to fall off while you try to string them is to take a little bit of hot glue, put it on the back of your canvas, and I'm actually going to use the back of our marker, and you're going to stick the end of your string in that hot glue, and you're going to get it nice and stuck on there. And once it's dry, you can actually start stringing your beads on there. And I think Miss Layla is just about done. So once this is nice and, yeah. So once that's done, I'm actually going to have her switch with me. So I'm gonna have you start stringing beads. Well, I finished the pom-pom. So once you get as much yarn as you want on your cardboard, you're gonna cut it off of the spool. Try to bunch it up on the center. Take another long piece of yarn, cut it off and lay it, fold it in half and lay it on your table. You're then gonna take your cardboard, fold it in half, and slide all of your yarn off of it, nice and careful. I'm gonna try to keep it nice and bunched up too. You're then going to try to squish it and lay it on your table. You take your yarn, your long piece that you made, you're gonna wrap it and tie it nice and tight. So I always try to double knot it. All right, so you should have two long tails like that, and then you'll have these folded sides. And you're gonna take your scissors again, and take those. You're gonna go through, you're gonna cut those loops. I'm going to try to make sure all the loops are cut. And then you're going to grab those long pieces again and kind of hold it upside down so you can fluff it out. And there you go. You made a pom-pom. So once you have your pom-pom made, you can do one or two things. You can either sew it onto your hat or you can glue it on. And today we're going to glue it on. So we're gonna just take our scissors and trim those long strings so they're about the same length as our other ones. And then we're going to find the center, top center of our hat. We're just gonna put a nice big dollop of glue right there. Once again, remember, you wanna be nice, you wanna be super careful about using hot glue, because it can burn and it does not feel good. Make sure it's nice and stuck on there. Once it is, just kind of fluff it up, and there you go. You have a nice pom-pom hat. So our hat is done. How are you doing, Miss Layla?
Good.
Good? So we're going to take a quick break and finish up our necklace, and we will be right back.
Need food? We can help. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Benefits Outreach Department works within the community to help individuals locate food and apply for SNAP and other public benefits. Weekdays, our help center accepts phone calls from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and walk-ins from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 216-738-2067 or stop in our facility at 15500 South Waterloo Road. Our benefits outreach counselors are out in the community every day assisting with benefit enrollment and connecting the community to vital resources. Keep your eye out for our food truck, providing free, fresh produce and SNAP enrollment in the community. For more information, visit www.greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/gethelp.
So while we were away, we finished up our necklace. So we finished beading and added a little extra hot glue to the back so nice and secure, it won't fall off. And that is how we're going to finish off our Gumball machine costume. So once again, that is our Gumball machine shirt with a nice belt, our red beanie hat with a homemade pom-pom ball, and our 25-cent piece necklace. Once again, you can pair this with some red pants, red leggings, red jeans,
Skirt.
a red skirt. Very good. Yeah. It is nice and warm out today, so we're not wearing long sleeves. But if you needed to wear long sleeves, you could wear long sleeves underneath. Yeah. Yeah. Just got red pants with some really cool rose gold high tops on. Really completes the look. Could wear it with a jacket or a shirt underneath. Could really dress this outfit up for school, for a party.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
Yeah. Go trick-or-treating in it. You could do a lot of really cool things with this. All right. Thanks again for joining us. My name is Miss Ashley.
And my name is Layla.
And once again, if you're interested in any classes here at Cadell Fine Arts, our phone number is 216-664-4183. Bye, guys.
Hey.
Where?